G'day mates, it's Octa here, and as promised, here is perhaps the most iconic deck in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Elemental Heroes. But before we get into the deck profile, just like to talk a bit about Super Polymerization, which is kind of built for this deck specifically with the 6 Elemental Hero attribute monsters. I don't know what they're called, like those 6 I will show later on. But as much as I hate it, I do understand why this card is banned, and of course why this is a fun deck. But this card is just so good to use, especially when your opponent cannot do anything. Now, thing about Super Polymerization is I didn't realize that you can send your opponent's monsters to the grave, not one from each side of the field, but you can send 2 of your opponent's monsters, and well, it's just not fair that they can't do anything. Like, what if this card was used on you or myself? Alright, so Elemental Heroes. Let's start with the monsters as always. Avion, Mystinatrix, Clayman, Sparkman, Bubbleman, Wildheart, Necroshade, Prisma, Blade Edge, and Neos. These are the ones that appeared in the anime, and these are ones that didn't appear in the anime. I'm not sure if they're like only like TCG exclusive or if they were in the manga. Haven't read it, but anyway, Lady Heat, Blazeman, Neos Alias, and Captain Gold. And of course, 2 regular polymerizations and fusion substitute. And I also have these cards. Hero. Boy, that's gonna sound really cheesy in the recording. Thinking of the opening of One Punch Man. But yeah, I don't run this card in don't run Hero Flash in this deck, even though it's for fun, but it's only mostly because I only have 1 O Oversoul in the deck. Well, like, just have only one of them in whatever. I also have 2 more E Emergency Calls and 1 extra R Righteous Justice, and here's the Pot of Avarice for the deck. But a little bonus in case things are getting really desperate. Draw 3 cards instead of 2. Nice little bonus. 1 Day of Peace, of course. 2 Skyscrapers, and what would an Elemental Hero deck be without these 2? Or just Miracle Fusion. Could have 3 copies, but I'm using 2, or I used 2. And finally, the 3 trap cards I have for the deck. Now, why I have Soul Rope instead of Hero Signal is because it says here when a monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, whereas Hero Signal only activates if it's destroyed as a result of battle. And I think maybe more than 70% of the time monsters get destroyed by card effects these days. So that's why I have a Soul Rope, even though it's restricted to only 1 level 4 monster, but most of the Elemental Heroes are level 4 anyway. It's also a good way to where is he? Yeah, Blazeman. I'm pretty sure it says, sorry. Yep, normal or special summon, and you can add a polymerization from the deck to your hand, or fusion substitute. And where would these superheroes be if it wasn't for fusion monsters? So there's Flame Wingman, Rampart Blaster, Thunder Giant, Wild Edge, Marina. I don't care if Jaden calls it Marina, just Marina sounds appropriate. Wild Wingman. Oh, whoops. I think I mixed them up a bit. Actually, no, hang on. I have 2 copies. I just realized. No, I just grabbed the Elemental Heroes out. Whoops, a bit disorganized, but nothing wrong. I just realized I have two because I was gonna save this for other. Or I might as well show it now just so it isn't too awkward. But these are the elemental heroes that I have but not using in the deck, and have the two Phoenix Enforcers and Mudbomb Man, Tempest, and Electrum. The McDonald's edition of Elemental Hero Electrum. Yep. Or maybe just let you have a good look at the regular rarity of this card. I think it's quite nice as a regular rare or a common print without the shiny tint. I wish I knew what that material was called. Anyway, get back on track. So there's him, of course, Plasma Vice, Dark Bright, and the 6 Elemental Hero attributes. Because this is why Super Polymerization is really useful for the deck. Okay. And finally, oh, this is like another bonus. I've done 3 bonuses for this deck. These 4 cards, which are exclusive for one specific Elemental Hero. And I don't have Burst Return because I think Burst Return may just be one of the worst cards in the game, because, well, it's only useful if for something like in the anime happens when, who was it, Blair stole Jaden's Elemental Heroes, and yeah, but the only way that could happen is through creature swap, and yeah, Burst Return, just useless. Absolutely useless. Now, tips and tricks. Where's the trap card? Ah, right here. So, Hero Blast, why I have this card, is yeah, just instantly destroy monster your opponent controls, but whereas you can use the card to destroy a weak monster, because most of the Elemental Heroes are weak, this is why, pretty much solely why I have Elemental Hero Neos, is to send it to the grave with Prisma or Blazeman, and then you use Hero Blast to bring it to your hand and destroy a monster with either 2500 or less attack. And of course, Neos is pretty much a Jaden's ace card, even though I don't have Neospatians in this deck. What else? Yep, Fusion Substitute, of course, because I didn't realize that quite a few Elemental Heroes are about, or Fusion monsters are about discarding. Let's just see how many. There's Plasma Vice, Wild Wingman, Thunder Giant. Oh, is that free? I thought there was more than that. Oh, okay, maybe there's one in the deck that I'm not thinking of at the moment, but yeah, Fusion Substitute is just useful for drawing an extra card. Kind of like Jaragri, but you return the fusion monster to your deck, and yeah, little bonus. Also, it works in the graveyard, which, you know, good way of saying like a false trap, like to trick your opponent. But of course, you can use it as regular Polymerization if they're on the field. Because the big problem with Elemental Heroes is how quickly you have to get rid of your hand for Fusion Summon. Because, yeah, yeah, you say use them in your hand, that's Polymerization plus, yeah, just two random ones. That's either 6 or... that's just 3 cards gone in an instant. And of course you can send either Necroshade to the grave with Prisma or Blazeman. So glad that Blazeman, something like Blazeman was printed, because another really convenient card for Elemental Heroes, especially in this day of age. Anyway, that's all the time I have for Elemental Heroes, and I'll see you in the next deck profile. Till then, take care, mates.